Let's go, ladies and gents. Episode 141, the Riv Pod. Your boys are back. Victorious Javier, middle of summer. It's warm. I got the heat advisory right here on the computer. It says, fam, let's go.
Get it. Let's get. I got the AC cranking over here, so
Wow, lucky guy. I'm down here sweating in the studio. I'm down here in the
that's
stew.
why I got this.
It feels
That's why
like
I
beef
got this
stew.
hoodie on.
It's August 5th. We're recording on this Wednesday night, episode 141. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And we were talking about before we went hot. If you're still watching like these 4-letter networks or listening to whatever sports drive radio, like
Even the radio, fam. Like,
and you're not listening to us or supporting your boys or the local product, like
shame.
come on, what are we doing here, guys? So make sure you're like, share, subscribe, leave a comment,
Yes.
let us know what's going on.
Always,
but your
people. Always.
boys are back. Victorious, man, summer flying by, but got a lot going on, fam. What's been cooking? What's been cooking?
Nah, man. It's busy weekends, busy times. Yeah, man. It makes the time go by quick, I guess. But if you can kind of soak back and just take it all in and pause for a moment, you'd be surprised how much time slows down. So. Yeah, man, it's been a good summer, fam. Literally every weekend's been packed. I think we're going into the first weekend where we might not have anything planned.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. Every single weekend packs up, whether you wanted to or not. All of a sudden, here you go, something's happening. But fam, the weather's been weird. It's been hot. It's been rainy. It's been cool. I know your fam. So lucky. I had my brother up here from Florida.
I
He came
saw
up,
that. Blessings.
came and visited. I was up for a little while. Had an awesome time here at the house. Hosted some people over. Hosted some family. Had an awesome time. Just right now is my son's Tyler's 8th birthday, so he just had his birthday come up. His birthday month going on.
Hey,
And then, fam, these guys are away, and I just got a video of Marcus fishing, and this man caught a lobster, bro, on his fishing line. So, I got a little mosquito.
whoa.
So he got a lobster.
Hey.
He needed help getting that thing off the hook, but
Yeah.
there's a lot going on this summer, fam. A lot of soccer going on, but what else? I know, fam. In this, we got the Revs, fam. We got Bitcoin happening. There's just a lot going on in the Bitcoin world. We got SummerSlam going on, fam. I mean, we're getting
SummerSlam. We got soccer camps. We got career camps, Rangers, Foot Academy. Yeah, fam. Just a whole lot, man. It's been a great summer. You mentioned soccer, and so we've been doing. I mean, it's crazy to think that a lot of it has revolved around that, but it's really been kind of that and staying busy. I mean, we practice in the summer, Tuesday, Thursdays, fam. Catching the doing, getting touches. The team. That's kind of what we were doing. Representing the Rangers, kids at the career camps, fam. Yeah, you talking about your boy going to that. Come on now, universal.
Yeah. No, fam. It's funny. Like I said though, sometimes I get well, we know you play soccer year round, fam. You're there, you're year round soccer. So you're playing winter, spring, summer, fall, don't matter. But yeah, no, we get into some other stuff. Marcus doing some golf right now. Just had a golf match the other day. He's actually had 4 so far this summer.
That's great. That's a good amount of
he's gonna get 5 total. So he won his first
solid. That's solid.
Won his first one last week. Him and Landon tag team off the top rope, and they took a W.
Oh yeah.
So it was their first W. They've lost a couple times. So yeah, they needed that W for just a little momentum, it's for a little pride. But
need it.
Yes, Ty actually did. I told you he did a wrestling camp, so he's doing that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's happy to do that. But yeah, these guys are locked in right now, getting ready for school in a little bit. And fam, I don't know. I'm ordering the uniforms right now for soccer, for fall soccer.
Yeah,
got some rosters. Going to be coaching, so I got a couple rosters, fam.
Love it.
What's really, I know, wow, I don't know if we want to tease our host next week. I know you want to tap in with some of the Rangers stuff.
We can. I mean, it's funny. I think of the world of soccer. It's so small, right? We've got we'll tease it a little bit. We have another academy, soccer development, basically, someone who runs a program coming in with us next week. For those who are tapped in, I guess you'll find out more. People know about him. Yeah, we're excited, fam. We just want to bring really the game of soccer after the World Cup, just more into the world of people, at least for me. Obviously there's other things we talk about, but yeah, I'm excited. Guests coming in, and yeah, we try to keep that Try and keep it going always, fam.
Before we hop into the Revs real quick, I got a little I don't know, bridge here. But yo, fam, just was seeing obviously the World Cup, unbelievable last two games. The third place game was awesome, exciting. England, France, unbelievable. And then the final between Argentina and Spain, obviously awesome. Just a really awesome World Cup, fam.
It
Just to
was.
put a
It
wrap
was.
on that. Really,
Yeah,
like,
no,
yo,
no.
unbelievable host situation, USA, who did the most of the heavy lifting, but big red, white, and blue going up. You already know.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
also just to tap into a little bit more soccer, I saw that like there's going to be three soccer specific stadiums being built in New England soon. One or just completed. One was in Rhode Island. There's going to be another one in Maine. That's going to be for the Portland Pine of Hearts, and then there's going to be one in Everett for the Revs. Capacity about 25 to 30,000. So, fam, hop into the Revs. I know they've been kind of low key, kind of low on the radar, but slowly doing that thing. Third place in the table. Carlos Heel doing his thing. I think I saw he got 7 goals, 4 assists, something like that. Dor got 4 and 4. Yeah, talk about it, fam. I don't know if again, brief. They're like 9-3-3, I think, or they've got maybe half the season done at this point, which is weird, but they had that
Yeah.
World Cup break.
Yeah, the World Cup, and then there's I don't know if they're gonna do that other tournament where it's the Mexicans versus the Americans, fam, where they like break it all up. They might do that too. But I don't know. It's the Revs started off poor and they just kind of kicked on. I mean, the coach who, this guy has had experience working at the international level, probably knows, how to run a team, if that makes sense, not just some regular Joe Schmo. Not saying that, as soccer is the top, but yeah, this guy seems to be kind of holding his thing. Milojevic, whatever the hell his name is, fam.
Yep.
This guy is kind of he's got a little system. It seems to be working, and obviously building it off Carlos Hill continues to be right.
Stud. A
Stud.
stud muffin, dude. Playing so well right now still. Yo, Dor playing well.
The
Luca, I
defense
saw
too, fam. I
saw
mean,
Langoni,
yeah,
Langoni doing his thing. And of course the
yep,
defense. Matt Turner in net.
yeah. Musa back there, the number 2 back there. Matt Turner. I mean, to be fair, you know, uh, solid. I mean, to be in MLS, I mean, this guy could be, cutting his teeth in Europe. Whether, he's the top goalkeeper or not, that's neither here nor there. I think it's just
That's a
having a
fact, Jack.
having a quality goalkeeper, in my opinion, is it's crucial. I mean, remember the days of us talking about some of the really bad goalkeeping, fam, like that bald headed dude, fam. There was a few, just guys who I can't even remember up until this day.
Yeah, no, we've been pretty lucky in the, probably last 10 years with our goalies between Petrovic, Matt Turner before he left, Matt Turner now. Even we had a couple guys in between who were solid. But nonetheless, fam, like I said, the Rev's been low key. I actually might try to get out to a game. I know the
Hey,
family always has a good
environment
time.
is still, it's just,
Yep.
it's funny. It's like we're kind of double edged sword here. I've talked about the greatness of the stadium, how it's, it's big. You can walk around, kind of do your own thing, sit wherever. It's not going to be like that in 2-3 years, man. It's going to be a whole different vibe,
I I, I think I
You might
saw
be
like
thinking twice about bringing your grandmother and your grandfather.
that's a fact, Jack. I think I saw it was estimated for 2029 completion, like around that date. But
Not just in 2029, fam. You know what we'll be doing, fam.
so yeah, hopefully BTC is doing a lot of good things by then. But nonetheless, fam, Revs, we're supporting. They're back in our good graces, shall I say?
Yes.
For now,
They
we're kind of
yeah, just as easily, right? They can slip
yeah,
away too,
fall right
but
back out. You know what I'm saying?
it's right.
So that's actually, a great lead right into, maybe a little premiere preview,
Yep.
fam. Maybe
Yep.
a Man United outlook for the season. Let
Yep.
us know what's cooking. I'm in summer mode, fam.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hair's long, skin is tan. So that's really what I haven't been too tapped in with
It's
the transfer season or kind of what's going on. They're probably playing out
I
in
I
Singapore right now or
I can
Malaysia
only
right
really
now.
I can only really speak to some of the latest transfers for United. They got 2 midfielders. Casemiro left, booted out. Not he chose.
Wow, where'd he
He's in
go?
Miami. He's in Miami.
Unbelievable. Into
By the way,
friggin'
scored an
Milan.
own goal on his first game.
Good.
Lucas said the same thing. He hates that move, but absolutely despises it. It's gross. But yeah, we got Yuri Tillemans from Belgium. This move here is if you don't know about this guy, he's solid, bro. This
Right.
guy can pretty much cover all of the, he's like can cover all of midfield, can play defensively, offensively. He's actually he had a big part of playing with Belgium in the World Cup. Scored actually the game-winning goal versus, I think, in the quarterfinal, whatever.
Yeah, I was
Whatever.
gonna say, yo, the name sounds familiar.
Bro, he's good. He's good. He's a solid player. He's like 27. They got him on a $35 million release clause, and it's not often that those are really kind of, I guess, paid out or accepted. You don't really see that.
Got it.
$35 million. That's all it took, and he's a player. He is a player. He just played with Aston Villa, helped them win the European Championship. He's a solid player. We were happy to get him. So, I'm only saying that because I think at the end of the season, it's gonna prove to be pivotal because, the midfield, as we know, and it's a game of soccer, fam, it's crucial.
Mm.
Getting him, and then they got another guy, Andre Santos from Chelsea, a Brazilian guy, can kind of play both sides of the ball. Yeah, Rashford, fam. That's another one. Like
Rashid.
having him stay, in my opinion, I think is the best move. It's having him go for just under 30 million doesn't seem like good business. If I'm being honest, I mean, it's got to work out. I'm hopeful by January he'll have it solved. But I think that right there with the midfield, I really like the forward line. I like Bruno. I like Cunha, Mbeumo. I like Amad Diallo. I like Lissandro. I like the goalie. I do think left back and right back have to be fixed, but I can go on and on. But Luke Shaw kind of got to go. Diego Dallo, I like him, but we need some new blood in both those sides, and that's my United wrap up. I think they'll finish top 3. They have a chance to win it, and Champions League is going to be good. Michael Carrick's leading. Glory.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I do.
I was just gonna say, yo, make sure you mention the Champions League because wow.
Yep. It's going to be, they have to, finish in the top 8 or top 12, whatever, because it's a weird, funky system. 8,
Yes.
16, 24. There's 36. I don't even know. I can't even keep track, man. It's a lot.
All good, fam. Great way for us to segue. That's a good little Premier preview. For me, I'm just a new fan of Erling Haaland. I'm not a fan of City per se, but
Well, they're gonna have to figure it out without Pep, and that's gonna be new. Xabi Alonso with Chelsea, that's gonna be cool. Liverpool's definitely had a lot of questions with Liverpool. Seen a lot of videos. X is rumbling with Liverpool conspiracies. Yeah, throwing up the X, fam.
Awesome. Great segue into any wrestling SummerSlam chatter. Follow up. There's the Raw that just happened a couple nights ago, fam. Yo, you got to catch me up, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I saw a couple tidbits or, snippets here and there.
Two things.
I saw it's like Chelsea got the belt.
Honestly, the 2 things that I have to cover are Chelsea Green winning the women's championship.
Kurt Angle. I mean, not Kurt Angle, his brother.
Who's that?
What's his name? The wrestler who was he just won. I can't think of his name.
Chad Gable.
Yeah. It's Kurt Angle.
Nah, it is. You're right. My bad. You threw me off for a second. All I could see was Kurt Angle, but yeah, no. I mean, a lot of champions, a lot of new champions. Baron Corbin, I didn't see that coming. I mean, honestly, it's like Carmelo Hayes, like we talked about him, and it's sad. How is that not his spot?
What are we doing?
How is that not his spot?
What are we doing? The trash signing and booking is unbelievable there.
I will say Baron Corbin.
Dude.
I will say Baron Corbin is a professional. I mean,
fam.
Wash, I could see from the background, this is me being nerdy right now. Baron is like a safe guy.
He's like the white Shinsuke.
That's a good comparison, by the way.
Right? He's strong style, but can speak English. He's a bum, bro. He's washed up, fam. And like you said,
I don't know where that came from.
To see somebody like, a guy came out of nowhere and he put the strap on him?
Out of nowhere.
And you put the strap on him?
Put the strap.
You guys got guys with dogs in the locker room who've been hungry for
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Putting in the work. Oh my God, dude, I'd be
disgusting. Hot. Honestly, Cody Rhodes is dead to me. He's so boring now.
Dead to me. He's been dead to me. These guys been dead to me.
I know. It took a bit. I mean, it goes to show that Lucas is growing up because even he's like, fuck this,
Yep.
Like
So
enough with this.
I'm glad too, because I think we're all in a pretty good spot where enough of wrestling. Like it's almost, we got too much, but like at the same time, we want to see good wrestling and we want to see good
No. Listen,
storylines.
I'll always be on the streets in some ways. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
No,
it's like,
fam, I'm in there.
yeah. But it's like we want a product that not for nothing is gonna move the needle. Roman moves the needle. I'm hoping the bloodline shit kind of moves a little bit. They are on some new shit. I will say Roman and they're on some. I don't know if they're gonna go like bloodline 2.0 destruction mode. You know what I'm saying? Without Paulie Dangerousfield, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
Dude, Penta, great champion, great fighting champion.
Yep.
And I hope this man has a good run too. But we need what's going on with LA Knight? I missed all of that joint, fam.
They won.
What's the latest?
Him Solo and Royce Keys, but Royce Keys, we're not. It is what it is, man. You're coming in from AEW, and yeah, Jacob put him to sleep the other night. That's all I got.
On Monday Night Raw,
they may have won on SummerSlam, but he got on the next day, and yeah, I don't know. Royce Keys walked out bleeding and something. We'll see, man.
Glad to see Chelsea with the belt for sure. She deserves it.
Chelsea for me,
Chelsea Green.
I would,
and she looks great too.
If she called me, I would pick her up.
Yep. And she looks great too. Good for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Anything else? What's the vibe around any of the wrestling streets, fan? What's the vibe looking forward? What's the next? What do we got next for?
I don't know, man. I mean, after
PLE.
SummerSlam, it's crazy to think, but it's the build up to Survivor Series, and I don't even know what the hell even that can go into,
Wow.
But it's gonna be that kind of. It's kind of like a dead point. Yeah, it's really X, fam. Side of the Prem. These are the things that I'm looking forward to. Football.
Well, fam, great segue, fam. Fantasy football. I don't know if anything else you want to chat about with wrestling, fam. I don't know any other storylines, anything else.
I mean, Roman is at the top. CM Punk somehow still has his fucking belt.
Oh my God,
good on Chelsea Green. Liv Morgan beat Io, clean. I know you don't care about her. I mean, those are the champions.
We care.
Baron Corbin,
I've turned on Liv. I've turned on
Gable.
Liv, and I like Leah. I like Io.
Wow.
Liv not doing it for me, and I like Io. Let's go, Io.
Yep.
She's carrying on the tradition. Kyrie, she's carrying on to the tradition of Asuka. Yep. Let's go.
Io's fought dudes, fam. Like,
we need you, Io.
She's actually fought Penta,
Yep. So yeah, definitely cheering. Liv beat it. So yeah, I saw a little bit of the results, but yeah, it kind of gets me hot. I feel like the same storylines are happening. A lot of like redundant stuff.
Well, the same, or they're just faded so hard, and it's like you don't need to do all that.
Yeah, this some and
not
like
easy. I mean, I get it.
And we have so many. I don't want to say like new guys, and like there's so many people on the roster. Like, yeah, where's Mello, fam? Where's Randy Orton? Like, where are some of these people?
It's not a good sign. I mean, Randy Orton did just come out on night one. I mean, he did ruin the CM Punk.
I didn't see that.
Which to me, it was like, I don't know. I guess.
Where's Mello?
I don't know. Mello should have been in that trick. Really, it should have been Mello and Trick. Yeah, that's really it. I don't agree with. Even Baron Corbin, I think, is quoted as saying like Mello should have been in this match somehow. So I don't know. It's fuck these wrestling streets. We're gonna move on, fam.
Damn, fucking wrestling streets, bro. Fam. Yeah, I just got a quick interlude before we hop into fantasy football. It's been an awesome summer.
Yes.
Been an awesome summer. Been a lot of golf going on. I mean, enough golf. I shouldn't say a lot of golf. Enough golf going on. My buddies Sean, Kirk, Dan, Nick. Oh, I just saw Birdman. I just saw Rob. Nick had a little pool party. Just saw Rob over there throwing the bags around. Doing some bags. Like I said, Kirk been having pool party. Kirk and Kristen pool party all the time. A lot of country music going on.
It's awesome.
The sun's been out, just enough. A lot of barbecuing. What else, fam?
I mean,
it's been an awesome summer.
It has been an awesome summer. I've had enough time off to say, I've enjoyed, yeah.
And by the way, super busy at work.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Work, we stay pumping, right? You gotta, yeah, it's crazy, fam. We call it picking up the slack.
Let's get into fantasy football, Victorious. I don't know how you did last year, but I think I did fairly well. I already, I got that goldfish memory when it comes to some of this stuff. I don't want to remember, but other times I'm like, yo, I need to get my,
I,
like we got a text out there from,
yeah,
this little Riv group that we got going on.
right,
I got
right.
an email already about starting up one of the old school groups. I don't know if is fantasy. I saw something today. Like, is fantasy football dead?
It's not dead for us. I mean, it almost died because there was one person who's been in our league who shout out to Josh. He's got like a wedding in Philly, but like Josh has been, I think, at these, you know, fantasy football things for like years straight, fam. So he won't be there in the house. I'll be there. I committed. For us, it's not dead. I guess as long as football's alive, and if you got a group, it's alive, right? And some of the groups, it's dead. I've had other leagues that have died, and yeah, but we're still going, fam. I got the number one pick.
I got to see what's going on with. So one of my, let's see, I was in like 3 or 4 leagues last year.
12,
Like I
12
said,
person league, number one pick.
what? Oh, fam, I'm gonna get into that real quick. I'm gonna get into that, but give me a
Yep,
second.
yep.
I gotta. One of my leagues almost died, just like yours, I guess. But like Festa's taken over as commissioner, and he said, "I don't care. I'll be commissioner to keep the league alive." So he's really grabbing the bull by the horns, which you love to see.
Yeah,
One of my
you need
leagues,
people like that.
absolutely. One of my league, Eddie Money runs it. He been running it. Great commissioner. He been doing his thing. And then
Wow,
one of
I
my
see that.
leagues, and the other leagues are like best ball leagues. So I don't mind best ball leagues. It's, you
I
get
like
the draft, you
basketball.
get the draft in, and
Big
then
fan.
whatever happens, happens. They're getting, you're getting the top points of the
Yeah,
week
I'm sitting
from,
back like this, yo, like
yeah,
chilling. Huh?
that's it. So best ball taking over, to be honest, fam.
Yeah.
That's the wave for sure. What are you thinking with your number one pick, Victorious? Word on the street. Is this a full, I'm assuming full PPR, right? 1 point PPR.
Full. Yeah, you get like even some bonus points and shit. Like, basically the running backs get, if you get a running back who can get those catches, it's like that's what I'm taking, fam. So, I'm going with that. It's the easy, I'll even say my pick right now, as long as the guy's healthy, I'm fucking taking Bijan, you
Wow.
know. And it's just and it's kind of just what it is. I could fade, go the other route, but I got the number one pick. I got the world, you know, in my palm.
What do you think about JSN, fam? I mean,
Solid player, obviously, fam. But
okay.
it's just,
Clear wide receiver one.
not clearly. I mean, and if it wasn't for that, for the other guy, I'd probably consider the other one. I mean, you know, Chase, I guess, but it's like, nah, you know, um,
Well, these guys are defending champs. This guy's 24 years old.
so
JSN.
good. Yep.
Dude, so young still.
Yep.
Still got what, like 4 or 5 solid, 6 solid years. But yeah, I got Jamar Chase in a keeper league. So I got him. I've been having him for a while. But
Yep.
yeah, fam, I don't know. Bijan, he's been doing his thing. Atlanta's like a weird team. I don't know what's going on with
It
their
is,
situation. I got to get
it is a
tapped in
weird
more in
thing.
the fantasy situation.
Yeah. I gotta do more as well. But I mean, if I'm, yeah, I mean, the running back who can, do some work and get those catches, fam, for touchdowns. And it's like, if you're the guy, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we all know how quickly that could fade too, right? So
Yeah, it's crazy too how much injuries come into effect,
injuries, bro.
and that's like such a lottery with what
Yeah.
you
And it's
have
your number one
no
pick. You can't pick again for another 23 picks. Granted, you get the back to back, but it's like, bro, you got to watch 23 players go off the board, and that sucks.
23 best players, dude.
Best players, bro.
Yep, yeah, tough, tough, tough. Anyway, fam, great way to just a little early look into fantasy football. You like Bijan, I might like JSN, PPR. We'll see, man. Friggin' running backs. I feel like CMC's been like weird the past couple of years. Anyway, fam, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about episode 141. If we didn't talk about Bitcoin, fam, and what's going on. I think the
Yep.
price is around what
64,
100.
64,
Yep, 64K or whatever. There was like a serious hack in one of the cold cards, or it was actually cold card in general. There's a couple different versions of the cold card, which is a cold wallet. But yeah, there's a couple different versions of it. And some of the earlier versions, like the MK3, maybe the MK4 as well. Yeah, they got hacked, fam. People got their BTC swiped. I guess it goes back to when you're using a seed phrase, which is basically like, your password, they use a 12 version seed phrase as opposed to a 24 version seed phrase, which, you're going from this many options to break down to like this many options to break. Like it's like significant. So yeah, it's been reading a lot of sob stories on X. I had to make some moves myself, just out of precaution. Just better safe than sorry. And I don't, I'm not a whale. I'm not deep in the streets, fam. We talk about BTC openly, like we're just two rookies, oh here. But fam, what do you think? What are your thoughts? What have you seen? Yeah, hop into the BTC world a little bit, like we always do. Episode 141. Tap in.
Yeah, man. Unfortunate event. I think anytime anything is, exploited, tapped in, broken into, it's not a good sign. It's not. I think, when we talk about cold storage, we talk about a specific way to hold your cryptocurrency, your Bitcoin. And when, that's what we're referring to when we're talking about that. But the whole thing is wild. As you know, I'm heavily, and I'm no different than anyone else. I mean, using the usage of AI and just what it does, and cracking code, and what that all looks like going forward. I mean, it's a real thing. It's an actual real thing. And when we talk about cold storage, we talk about, how do you sort of pick the right way of going about doing that? Because, you got your cold storage, and then you've got, your hot storage, or a different way of storing your Bitcoin. Not to get too deep into it, but the whole thing is wild, fam. I think, for me, the more that people can just get to understand the way how, Blockstream works, or, the blockchain rather, and, just that whole digital world, it just completely opens up your eyes to a whole new world. We're talking about two parallels right now, two different things. We're talking about literally what you're talking, a legit crack of the code, where folks are being, their stuff's being stolen through, it's getting nerdy here, but we're talking about not even having to use in the internet. You know what I'm saying? To even take away
Yeah,
this stuff.
another crazy part too is like, so this is all part of like, Bitcoin, and part of the why people like it is because it's transparency in the blockchain. So people can see these wallets who have stolen. It's not, these people are out there, like you can see them, and they're waiting for kind of moves to be made, or people have sent messages to like, yo, let me help you wash this X, Y, and Z. They're getting sent, those, people are sending like, hey, like this is my, sending sob stories, excuse me, via the blockchain. So, or not even sob stories, like their stories, like, yo, I mean,
Yeah, no, like, yo, you
it's
took
nasty.
my
I shouldn't even
like,
say it.
you
It's
you've
nasty
taken
work.
it is nasty work. It's exploitation, and I
And by
think,
the way, I heard there might be some government actors at work here too, fam. Might be like some heavy hitters here.
nothing surprises me in this world. I think when it all comes down to it, do your knowledge of it all. This is not to say that cold storage is not the way to go. It is the way to go. Cold storage is the way to go. In fact, I would say the usage of cold storage needs to be done. It's not to say that it can't be held on an exchange if you need it, but it's temporary. They are there for a reason. It's not, again, there's levels to it all. But I think the more that folks can just educate themselves on this
Yeah,
side of,
I was just gonna say, do your knowledge, yo.
that's it. That's it. Just do your side on that side of money in general. Like, if you haven't explored what that world is, it's almost crazy, because it almost forces the hand to know what the other side needs to be done. I mean, I've almost learned more about, it's like I had to learn more about Bitcoin first to know about even finance in general, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, yeah. No, there's levels to all of it, and we've talked about previously how when you get in the Bitcoin world, like, yo, you start looking at things a lot differently, a lot of things
Way,
differently. Like, you start
way different.
repositioning things, you start kind of rebalancing, recalibrating some stuff in your life, even like
Yep.
that's real talk. And like,
It
it's not
forces
a
the
bad,
hand.
it's not a
It
bad
forces
thing.
the hand.
It's not a bad
It's
thing.
not a
Like,
bad
yeah,
thing.
we talk
Not a bad.
about, like before we went hot, we were talking about like, yeah, or like, when was the last book? When was the last, we talk about this all the time. Like, what was the last book people read? Or like, what are people reading these
Yep.
days?
Yep.
So even like simple stuff like that, stay educated, stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay on your game, That's how it's got to be, fam. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing? If you're not moving
Gotta
forward, you're
stay
moving
gotta
backward.
gotta stay gotta stay current, gotta stay up to date,
Yeah.
gotta be,
By the way, we've been listening to the Iceman too, the Six God. Unbelievable album, dude. Set the summer on fire.
three albums, bro. I mean, how many artists dropped 3 albums? I was seeing
Yep.
an artist the other day. Who was it? I don't even know who it was. They were talking about, yeah, well, who drops 3 albums? Like 3 whole albums that, for what it
BT,
is,
Maid of Honor,
it's work.
Iceman. Unbelievable, dude. I haven't even gotten into the other two. I just been flexing on the Iceman a lot, and it's been awesome, dude. Start to finish. And there's even some awesome videos that are with it that have been unbelievable. But yeah, I've been a lot into that. And then besides that, like I said, just some country music, fam. Good old country music, USA. You love to see it. You love to hear it. Always a good time drinking beers, having celebratory everything, fam. So that's what we're on this summer. BTC, there's a situation going on in there, but we're not going to slow. It's a bump in the road. And it's a
That's it.
lesson. There's so many lessons that are going to be learned along this journey. And this is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of them. We've had some in the past. We're going to have some more in the future. But
I'm not, this is not financial advice.
never.
This is not financial advice, but the number of like that, 58.5K it's a big number. It's a big number. People don't know about it. It's kind of like one, it's kind of the low that it's been in recently, but they say that's pretty much like the threshold where institutional value really kind of holds its mark. For what it's worth, institutional value, fam, is huge. It's what's kind of raised the price up, goes without saying, but it's like it's holding, right?
Man's institutional value. Oh my God.
It's
Fam.
insane. We talked about how important it is, and it is, but how much of I don't know. It's to be continued, I guess.
TBD. To be continued. That's TBC. Fuck. So close. Fam.
Yeah,
World Series of Poker going on. World Series of Poker going on. So that's going on. I've been back on my poker kick a little bit. What else you got going on? Episode 141. I'll give you that. Fam, I got nothing. That's it for me, I think. I'm going to think about anything.
That's it. I'm washed. Fam. I'm ready to take the contacts off and
Thankful every day. Awesome summer. It's August 5th here. Oh, it's my buddy Jeff Prescott birthday. Shout out Heaves.
Hell yeah.
So wow.
Yo, and shout out to our Rangers, yo. We actually won the tournament at the Revs, right? Shout out to the U10, right? I had some dogs on that team. We lost the first game, came back, won 3 straight. And there were some good teams, fam. Middleborough, some of these, they weren't expected.
I heard you guys were like mad far from the situation too. Like you had to like trek to the spot, fam. What was going on with that? They tried to get you that way too.
I would say it was fair for everybody. Like everyone had to do that track, but like, bro, that next day, fam, my thighs are killing. But shout out to the Rangers, fam, U10 champions.
Henny hen. Yo, shout out. And by the way, fall season coming up here, so we're gonna tap in. We got a guest coming up next week, so we'll be tapped in more. We actually might have a little specific agenda, but fall season coming in. Matt Correa, I told him, he was like, oh, make sure. He was like, oh, we got to do well or whatever. So you guys talk about us well or whatever. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna talk about you either way. You better do well.
Either way. And
shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Riv Men's.
Yeah.
Riv Men's soccer team playing Salem State men's soccer. So those worlds
I saw that.
eventually.
I heard that. My bad.
Yeah, we're trying to get a Rangers Drake It halftime show potentially.
Wow.
We'll see where that goes.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we got Rangers tryouts the week of the 9th, 10th, whatever. Not this week, next week.
Love that. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, the 10th is on Monday. That 9th, 10th, it's coming up next week. So shout out to Henry.
Yep.
Shout out to everybody whose season coming up. It should be a good one. Should be, just everyone stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Get some good lessons.
That's it.
Stay healthy on to 2027. Be right around the corner. 4 months. Unbelievable, fam. So episode 141. Speaking of 4 months, 144, whatever. 141. We're here.
1 times 4 times 1, fam.
Steiner math, unbelievable. A sacrifice, fam. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
All
that good stuff. Yo, peace. We'll catch you guys next week. We have to get special guests. Be on the lookout. It's been a minute since we had a guest, so be on the lookout.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.